led myself into the whole e-commerce world, and I was able to pursue and make a few million there, specifically like kind of finessing a bit. I was selling like fake earpods, Apple earpods. I had to call them earpods, not AirPods, for like legal reasons. But even with that, it was like a whole friggin' like it's like some mini Wolf of Wall Street shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did like 1.7 million in like a year and a half selling.
And are
it.
you holding inventory of that?
At one point, yes. So it was like green, pink, white, and red earpods. They looked just like Apple AirPods. They also functioned the same, just a little shittier sound quality. But I sold them for 40.
Oh.
And bro, I only ever made one ad. Like I have a photo even. I have on my YouTube, like in my story, I show the photo of me in like my living room in my mom's crib. Bro, I had set up like 5 pieces of big white paper to make like a studio box. Okay. And I held the AirPods in my hand. And back then I used to bite my nails. I was super insecure. So I like held them like this, bro. And that ad, I shit you not, like, bro, within 2 months of that, it already made me like 100K.
Wow.
And for me, I didn't even know what to do. I still think to this day, like I'm still figuring shit out. We all are.
Yeah.
But bro, back then it was like, I was like really living day by day. Like I'd wake up, my ads were converting at like 4x. So I'd spend 100, make 400, spend 1,000, make 4,000. My biggest month back then was like 50, 46, 50K.
Wow.
I just did that for like a year and a half. Yeah. Tried multiple stores. I partnered up with some people too, because my identity was getting like banned on Shopify. Okay. Shopify's like, yo, I don't know who you think you are. You can't just sell like Apple products.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm trying to finesse around it. I'm so young, so I don't realize I could just change products. All my head is like, bro, this is like a money printer.
This is the one. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that was my first like 2 years out, but that gave me my initial money.
And what was that like, making that much money? You haven't seen it before like
I
that,
felt
right?
the big thing I bought like a really, really shitty Datejust Rolex. One of those like older, smaller ones. Yeah. Like some people, I feel like when people hit the 100K in the bank, 50K in the bank, like, yo, let me get a Rolex.
100%.
Yeah. You see it around Miami too. I always laugh when I see it. But I was there too. It was fun. I got that at 17, which is cool.
Okay.
I was already out of school, so I didn't like have many like friends. I didn't talk to many people. It was like my bigger brother, loved him, and my family. My brother had a BMW at the time and he was selling it. So he went to CarMax, got like an offer, and I ended up, he did seller financing. So he let me do it and I paid him like 5K down. Okay. So I bought a BMW, which was pretty cool. It was like $32,000 BMW.
Nice.
And yeah, bro, I felt like I was ahead. I felt like I was ahead, although that 17 to 18 year, once Apple fully like shut it down, they sent over a cease and desist. They said like, yo, we're gonna like ruin your life, just stop. And I was like, all right. Wow. I cover that too on my YouTube, but that's the long story short.
Yeah.
And I stopped, and just for a good year, I kind of like chilled and was a bit lost, like figuring shit out, trying different stuff. And then that's what led me into eventually starting TikTok, which was like a big like next step for me.
So for TikTok, talk to us about what that process was like and what you experienced through the TikTok.
Yeah. I had like, my parents were never like worried, because even bro, when I would always like finesse. I was running underground poker games at 13, 14, 15. Like, so I always had like a grand or two, and I had a little safe in my crib. I've always had a safe my entire life since I was like 11. Okay. Now I have a fucking like walk-in huge ass safe with guns and shit. But at the time, my mom and dad knew I had money. My parents got divorced pretty young, so it was mainly my mom who like was like overseeing me. And she saw my bank account. It was a high school checking account. At this point, I had like 65, 70 grand, and I had to pay taxes. That sucked. Yeah. I hated that. I did not understand that. They just got me good. And I probably had like 50 grand left. This is like right around when I'm turning 18. Okay. And I talked to my aunt actually. And she was the one who told me, because I'd never thought of moving out, and all my friends had just left. I had like 4 close friends. They all left to college and shit. And that was when I was like kind of exiting, or still in kind of this like, what am I going to do next? Then I was like, fuck it. I have like 60 grand. I'm just going to get an apartment. Yeah. And I got an apartment. It was like 4K a month. And I had a roommate. So it was like 6K total. I got the nicer room for 4. And it was like on the beach. We got it mid-COVID. Okay. This is 2019, 2020.
That's when you made the move to Miami.
Yeah. Okay. And I moved to Sunny Isles. Okay. Bro, on the beach. Like the place now is renting for like 12K a month. We got it for 6.
Wow.
And like it was a game changer.